You're probably a lot like me. Well, okay, you're like the person I was 3 or so years ago. I'd spent most of my online artist career thinking that the reason I never got commissions was just out of my hands. I thought my follower count was the thing that was stopping me, and if only I could grow a bit more of a following, I would basically be rolling in it. If I got that right, you may want to sit down. Or stand up. I assume you're already sitting down if you're watching this, so stand up so you can sit down, because I have some news for you. That's not the reason you're not getting them. I know that seems crazy. It seemed crazy to me too. But since I learned the real reasons why I wasn't getting commissions and made changes to those problems, I sometimes can't even keep them open because I'm getting so many. If you don't know me, my name is Snell. I am a digital artist, and I've been a commission artist for about 3 years now. I do stuff like emotes, overlays, and illustrations for my fellow VTubers so that they can kind of like promote their streams and stuff. I make a really good chunk of my income with this alone. I went from making like $12 in a 12-month period to almost $5,000 this past year. And I want to go ahead and like kind of share the mistakes that I see other people trying to get commissions make that I think will help you. We're going to go on with the video. You should go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And let's get on with it. So I'm going to start with a really big shocker. This one's literally going to blow your mind, and you've probably heard it before, but you didn't believe it. You're not charging enough. Now, I get it. You're probably thinking, Snell, I don't get any commissions at the prices that I do have. Why would anyone buy it if I charged more money? Let me put it to you this way. If you wanted a pair of headphones, how much roughly do you think that you should expect to pay for a pair of headphones that will last you a long time? Most of you probably answered that to around the $30 to $50 range at a minimum. And maybe $20 if you're lucky and you get them on sale. What if you saw a set that was $3? Would you trust it? Do you think that $3 would last you or even work at all? Exactly. Just like you know the worth of a decent set of headphones, people who buy art for their projects, businesses, and personal hobbies know how much what they're looking for is worth. If you're charging too little, there's a chance that you don't know what you're doing, and they could get nothing after like months of waiting. And that's a big investment. Art is expensive, and they want to make sure that, you know, they're going to get what they paid for. And with stuff like AI art and theft and just scams in general being rampant online, it's super important to be wary of who you're buying from. If you're wondering about how to price your commissions properly, I have a resource by, I believe it's called, their name is Desimaton. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's on Twitter, and I love this resource. It's a Google Doc that kind of works as a calculator for your commission prices. It factors in taxes, it factors in, you know, time for your breaks and, you know, time for research when you're doing the project. And you can round them up or down as you see fit. Just make sure it's somewhere in the range of what this calculator gives you, and you should be, you know, charging the right amount. Shout out to them for this amazing resource. I really love this calculator so much. Okay, the second thing that I see people struggle with is sharing their commissions online. Often I see people commenting like, I don't want to post my commission prices all the time. It might annoy people. And I felt this way too at first. I posted my commissions like once in a blue moon, and then I just wait. And I got nothing because no one saw them. You're not gonna annoy anyone by posting your commissions. At least not anyone who loves what you do. The odds of your followers seeing what you post online is pretty slim in general, and unless they have notifications on for your account specifically, they're probably gonna have to like actually seek you out to like see all of your posts and see how many times you've posted about commissions. Most people have to see an ad about 3 to 5 times before they'll even take time to click on the link that you've shared. And even then, they might be like, oh, I'll save this for later. Like maybe your potential buyer won't get paid till the weekend and decides, oh, I'll definitely remember to buy this when I get paid. But they don't. Maybe you posted while the ideal buyer for those emotes was asleep because you never post when they're awake and they never find you. Perhaps your friend was going to snag that last Your Character Here slot, but since you stopped posting about it, they assumed you'd filled it up. Posting about your commissions often is essential. People who don't know you sell things will never buy anything, but anyone who sees that you sell stuff could potentially buy something. A good way to kind of integrate your promoting of your business into your posting schedule is to just kind of like use artwork that you've gotten for commissions and say, hey, this is a commission that I just finished. By the way, they're open right now. Or, you know, like sharing the work in progress of something that you're working on and say, by the way, my commissions are open. Just kind of like lead into it with something that's like actual content if you're a little bit worried about just posting, hey, my commissions are open. And actually, let's get into commission sheets. Something that I see a lot of new upcoming artists do is they'll try to make a sheet that sells everything. And listen, I know it's really tempting to want to appeal to everybody, but usually what that ends up making happen is that you don't appeal to anybody. If you have art that's painterly, but also art that's cartoony, and also furry art, and also realism, the sheet is going to just look like a mess. Instead, here are my suggestions for people who are also jack of all trades like I am. Make different commission sheets for each like category of thing that you want to sell. For example, I have my commissions for emotes, badges, and panels grouped together on my commission sheets. But things like VTuber backgrounds, overlays, and patterns are all separate on their own little section. And then I have the same thing for like illustrations. That way, when someone says, I need someone who does insert thing here, I can reply with one image that encapsulates that particular thing instead of a huge list of options that they have to sift through and find what they're looking for. That's also a good way to see what things you need to focus on more when trying to sell commissions. Because originally I started out pitching my work for D&D character art, but I found that actually my art style and the things that I can create work better for like emotes and overlays for people who stream. Just continue following the money and you'll eventually get into a market that works for you. Now I have one final word, and this is a serious topic that I need you to level with me on. There's some people who have come to this video who are not ready to be marketable. I'm not saying that you're a bad artist and saying like, oh, you should quit. No, hear me out. As social media becomes bigger and bigger, I see a rise in the amount of early stage artists trying to sell commissions and getting nothing. They get discouraged, they feel inadequate, and some of them even stop making art because of it. They assume being unmarketable makes their art bad. But that's not true. In fact, when you're learning, you should be making art that brings you joy. You should be learning based on what kind of art excites you, what things you want to bring to the world. Just follow the dopamine and find what really resonates. Your path to making great art is going to be amazing. So what if your anatomy sucks right now? You can learn that. Who cares if your line art isn't clean yet? That takes years of practice. My point is, you don't need a ton of work that pleases other people when you're in this stage. You need to be enjoying your artwork, surrounding yourself with cool, supportive mentors from the art community, like myself, and learning techniques that will help you do the things that you love to do. Let yourself enjoy this. And if you want to try making a few bucks here and there, get some commissions from your friends and family members to get started, that's great. just don't make it the focus of your life right now. Focus on just enjoying making art. Trust me, you'll get to it one day. After all, the art that I've been showing as the not ready art is art that I made. If my video inspired you or helped you improve your commission selling techniques, you should consider telling me about it in the comments. I love to hear what people think about what I make. I will see you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful time creating cool things. Bye bye bye.